In memory of Daddy, who laid the foundation for this furious uprising. Yeah, this isn't just a song, it's our war. Tell it the hill is in the building, no bullshit, only raw truth. We ride or die for every soul neglected, every secret kept. Turn up the bass and let our explicit message shatter the silence. Haters, your venom only makes our fire burn hotter. It's time to expose the rod, it's time for real talk. Step up or step aside, cause the revolution just began. Step into the arena where deception meets its end. Truths are heavy artillery, no facade, no pretend. She's the lioness roaring against the night. Her words slicing through bullshit, each line a burst of light. Born from pain and blazing fire. In memory of Daddy, who laid the foundation for this furious uprising. Yeah, this isn't just a song, it's our war. Tell it the hill is in the building, no bullshit, only raw truth. We ride or die for every soul neglected, every secret kept. Turn up the bass and let our explicit message shatter the silence. Haters, your venom only makes our fire burn hotter. It's time to expose the rod, it's time for real talk. Step up or step aside, cause the revolution just began. Step into the arena where deception meets its end. Truths are heavy artillery, no facade, no pretend. She's the lioness roaring against the night. Her words slicing through bullshit, each line a burst of light. Born from pain and blazing fire. In memory of Daddy, who laid the foundation for this furious uprising. Yeah, this is just a song.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? It's not copyright music. It was a song made for me. Actually wrote. Thankful. Appreciate it. Anyway, let me know if you can hear me. If you're here. It was made for me. Thank you for still looking out, Gotta look out for other creators and everybody, So thanks. Hope you're well tonight. We're gonna give people a couple minutes. I'm doing those very last minute and it just I thought it was interesting. Running a couple. Hey Janet, how are you? Can you hear me okay, Janet? You really aren't gonna have to listen to me really tonight. I just need to share something with you guys. I can't wait till tomorrow and I'm doing it tomorrow. I believe tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. my time, Pacific Standard, and I'll have a special guest. Okay, I'm breaking up earlier. Hold on. 1 second. Like, I was breaking up a minute ago in my living room and all these so annoying. Good, I'm glad you're good, Jamie. I'm not sad. I'm and this was the last um, live because I was trying to plan for tomorrow, and I just realized that I had something that I want to share with you, and it's really to me, it's just interesting, and it just really kind of it's sad also, but it's also kind of just enlightening and insightful, and nobody that I'm aware of has shared this. And I purchased it from Plunder, and I'm shocked. Maybe she has, maybe I don't know, but But if I'm still breaking up, you guys let me know. I will move hopefully again. Oh, I'm still breaking. Hopefully this is a little better, even though I think this is the worst area to be. Um, but I know, like, I didn't expect many people to be here anyways, but I just want to share this. And if you guys hear me, good. If not, I'll make a post about it. But I just wanted you guys to hear this. It's pretty wild. And I'm shocked we've not heard this before. And I'm interested to know who the people were that are in this interview with the police are. And it's just interesting to say the freaking least is interesting. And I don't understand how, I just don't understand. I don't understand how short veteran his family's not throwing a fit about it. But at the end of the day, also, I really believe that um I don't know. You guys will know what I mean once this is over. It's only like 20 minutes long, and these people are claiming they're friends with people and that he's stayed at their house. But towards the end, what the lady says does not make me feel like they're friends with Brent. So I don't really know. Um, it's, it's disappointing to say the least. Um, I truly hope everyone gets something from this because it's just shocking. I didn't know I've had this for like a month now. So I'm just gonna start it, and literally I didn't expect many people to be here tonight. I'm gonna share it. I will reshare it again if I need to, but I find it very important for people to sound muffled. I'm listening to myself on my TV, and like I don't sound muffled, so it might just be your connection. I'm sorry. Mhm. So I'm trying to do my best on my TV and on my phone. I just want maybe your connection. Thank you, Paul. And I'm just trying to talk because it's late and my dog is just looking at me for even doing this. So I just want to share this with you. If whoever sees this later, replay through, whatever. But I found it interesting. I literally just heard it like an hour ago. I was like, I gotta do this because then tomorrow I'm not gonna share this tomorrow. And if you guys can, I will that's tomorrow, I believe, unless things change at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm just here to share this. It's like 19 minutes and we can talk about it a little bit throughout, but I'm not gonna stop it very much. I just want you guys to hear and I want to know yours. So I'm gonna go ahead and start, and let me know what you think. If you don't stick around, just leave it in the comment section, and I'm gonna go ahead and share it. Okay, so 1 second. And this is a police interview, and it tells us the date. I was gonna make a video. It would be better to share. Yeah. How's about this one?
December 20th, 2022. The time now is 12:05 p.m. This is in reference to case number 22-021085, an officer-involved shooting which occurred on November 15th, 2022 in the city of Pullman.
This is going to be the statement of Jeff
Pretty close.
and Sarah. Jeff, can you go ahead and state your name and spell your name for me, please?
Jeff,
And what is your birthday? Go ahead and give us your address, please. And Sarah, go ahead and state your name and spelling, please.
Sarah.
So, you'd called me on Friday and said that you had some information that you wanted to share,
Yeah.
Jeff, regarding Mr. Kopacka.
yes.
And why don't you go ahead and tell us what you want to say? Oh, before I do that here real quick, you understand the statement's being recorded?
Yes.
Okay, we have your permission to do so?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you go ahead?
Okay.
Brent, he stayed with us a lot. He was over visiting with us quite often. He would hang out outside a lot. He said he felt like he was at home with us. He didn't feel safe in his apartment with his new roommates. He was feeling sexually intimidated is the best way to phrase that, I think. He was being flirted with, and they were sexually explicit in front of him and coercing him to come to bed with him, things like that. To the point where he actually, when he wouldn't stay with us, he would stay at a hotel right down the street. And it was so often that we were all very concerned about him. We were looking for another place for him to live. It was just Pullman. It's difficult. So.
Did you guys ever witness anything like that?
I had not. Heather, our roommate,
I just
has.
had his direct statements.
Okay.
Our roommate Heather,
about it.
she had been in the apartment, and so had Darren, her husband, and they had witnessed some of that and seen how sexually overt these two roommates were with him. So.
Can you give an example?
I guess they were, what was it, the last time they were sitting in the living room, and it made Darren so uncomfortable that he left.
Ray Ray, you've heard this before? I'm curious because I never, and I'm shocked. I just was kind of blown away. But I don't know if Plunder showed it or somebody else did, but also, I stopped it also because we're talking about that Kopacka's friend, his friend Darren. And I also recently saw, I can't remember where, but it was like today or yesterday, that Darren was actually like allegedly around and he knew Kopacka was like drunk the night before this all happened. And that's not the story we were told. And so I'm like wildly lost about part of that. But from what I recall, Darren, had said he hadn't seen Kopacka quite this time. And I know that they had allegedly attempted to call him, which is something I find very weird anyways, because how would you know to call Darren Duncan? You know? So the whole thing's very weird. But this was like news to me. So if you guys have heard this, then my bad, but I surely hadn't. Yeah. But it's interesting. So also I just find it very strange. The Darren Duncan thing. He said he hasn't seen Kopacka for a while, and then this couple is saying something different, unless we're talking about two different Darrens. And I'm not going to get into that potential possibility tonight, but I have my thoughts too. And if you know, you know, and if you know, put it in the chat or leave it in the comments. But we'll go back to that at a different time. I'm too tired to do that tonight, but I'm gonna keep going. But just pay attention to what these people say. They sound like they're really nice, and they also say some really weird shit. And towards the end, I'm like, so okay, what is this really all? It's just a little odd to me, but I'm gonna keep going, you guys. Thanks for being here. Hit the like, and I'm gonna keep going.
Heather said she witnessed them trying to coerce him into bed with him. So.
Okay. But she was over at his apartment?
Yes, at his apartment. I hadn't been inside myself. I had only dropped him off outside. But I got many, many messages from him asking, can I come over? I just don't feel safe here. Things are not okay. He was very obvious that he did not feel comfortable in his apartment with his two roommates.
Okay.
So
Now, how do you guys know Brent?
he was introduced to us through a friend, Colleen. She was kind of off and on dating him, a little bit here, a little bit there. We all know he had PTSD. We all know he wasn't well. I'm bipolar, and I've gone through the rigmarole myself a lot. My oldest son is also bipolar. He struggles with a lot of things.
He was a good dude, though. I trusted him alone with my kids.
Yeah.
He sat in the living room and played games with my kids, our kids,
He bought our
9,
kids
7,
presents.
6. So they would get overwhelmed. He would get overwhelmed with it. He'd go outside. He. I'm not bad mouthing how it all went down.
Yeah,
is
everything that happened.
It is what it
We
is.
support.
You know.
We
I
know
think-
he could be a dangerous person. We knew he had issues, and that if you pushed the wrong button, we also knew that he was not.
He
Currently-
never. No.
When you say a dangerous person, what do you mean?
Well,
We knew of his
we knew
military
he wasn't
background.
well. He was in PTSD mode a lot. We would go to the store, and he'd say, "Did you see them taking our picture?" And I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
that didn't happen."
So you had
That's-
delusions?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did.
Um,
And he didn't lie to.
Hey guys, okay. So I just want to say hi to who just like thanks for being here. Just Holly, Bridget Bones, Matt. Um, I really just find this very strange. And if anyone wants to know, what I do know is Jordan Baker is on who's on the body cam is Bubbly when it was shown. And Jordan Baker is one me and Bubbly been kind of for a while now. I hope the kid's alive still because he hasn't posted in some time on TikTok, and he's the one that Bubbly, I think, in the last performance showed. But he also mentions a cult and wolf, and yeah. So all I know is he allegedly was roommates with this guy, and he and or Reed Atmore as who swatted Kopacka. I don't know what the hell happened, but you guys will continue to hear he wasn't staying at his house because of what was going on in his apartment with his roommate. Because I do know Jordan was into men himself, and he was staying at his hotel because he wasn't comfortable. And I just want to point out, you guys, this is just very odd. The things they're saying seem nice, but at the end of the day, they also seem very underhanded. And we don't know the lady's name. Um, Plunder might because that's where I purchased this information, but I didn't get like documents with this to know what their names are like official. All I know is Jeff. Jeff. It's a Jeff and his wife, and allegedly they seemingly love Kopacka, but then they're also saying some of their things that I think that it's kind of sketch. So I think it's kind of bullshit. And that's why I want to share it because, in my personal opinion, I don't know what happened for real, for real. I know what I think happened. But at the end of the day, Brent Kopacka, if he is truly deceased, he is a Purple Heart veteran. And I'm shocked that his family has not thrown him because I literally just can't. I don't have kids, you guys, but it makes me so sick and it pisses me off that if this is your kid, you're gonna fucking throw because that's your kid. And they didn't need to go this. So that's all. I don't know, you guys. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. But everybody in this whole situation is becoming more and more sus to me, sketchy, shady, not believable. And I literally just wish we could see these people's faces because I just really do. But I'm gonna let you guys keep listening. And thank you again for being here.
us about any of them. Him and I talked a lot about things like that, and I tried to, bring him back down to earth.
He trusted you guys.
He did. He trusted us a lot.
He was very concerned about other people.
Yeah,
And if he
more
felt
than
welcome,
anything.
he was constantly, hey, it was like, dude, you come into our house.
He didn't want to be a burden. He didn't want to be in the way.
Yeah,
He always thought he was.
He was constantly concerned about other people. And
You could tell he never left the battlefield, really. You could tell whatever injury he had, he brought home a lot of the battlefield with him.
Did he talk about his battlefield injuries?
He told us that he had been in a Humvee that was hit with ICD.
IED?
IED, yeah.
yeah,
And then he spent 2 years in hospitals after that, before they brought him home.
What branch of service was he in?
So, Army.
Army.
Do you know what his job was?
I don't know specifically, no.
We never discussed it past that. It
We
was.
didn't want to.
We were trying
trigger
to keep
anything.
him in the here and now. Hey man, step back. You really, let's. Who the fuck cares who you are here?
And he was a
It's
hippie.
you.
He
That's
wasn't-
how I was trying to deal with his delusions with him of someone just took my picture. Dude, who cares who you are? I mean, you're a vet.
You didn't play into his
No.
No.
No,
He
would
bring
check
it to our
out outside
knowledge.
and do his calm down. I think that was mostly because he didn't feel comfortable being inside.
Felt
He,
confining anything
he,
for him?
yep, he talked about going to the bathroom and having to be on alert because they drop stuff on you when you're going to the bathroom and stuff like that.
Brent and I bonded over star watching and
Yeah.
solar events and things like that. He was very much more of a hippie than an army man, I think, when he returned, but he couldn't.
Did y'all hear that? Brent Kopacka was a star watcher. Is that not world? Brent Kopacka is into star watching. Like stargazing, like Brian Silverhurst said. Like, I about lost my shit when I heard that. And I look at this guy and I still don't see it. I don't see the guy that's in the hotel. I'll never believe that they're the same people. I am starting to firmly believe this is some kind of CIA military intelligence fuckery with people like me who, I got BK Ultra because I almost became mine due to all this. Or Idaho's the worst place in the world and real bad shit's happening and it's just gonna get worse. But dude, like stargazing, is that not wild? I mean, and he wasn't even staying there. He was staying at that hotel because he was scared. Like, what? I mean, they also, I don't know, I don't think we've gotten to the point yet because it's not quite over. Um, it wasn't like a full 20-minute video, but they end up telling us what substances this Brent Kopacka allegedly uses, and they take him drinking, and it just. But when I heard star watching, like he's into star watching, and that him and this chick, and their PTSD, and she said she's like bipolar or something, which I'm not saying that in any means type of way. I just think like this is just a weird energy. It's very weird. Very weird. I don't even know, but I just like heard it and I was like, "Ah, this is freaking weird." And I want to know who the lady is because in my mind, because I don't know who these people are, I'm literally picturing like James Curtis Leonard, even though the guy's name is Jeff allegedly, and like his wife, and I don't even know who his wife is. That's like the type of people I'm picturing. And it's like, let's pin it, but we're gonna try and make it sound like we love Kopacka, but we don't. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think it's a code for? It's inside your phone. Hi, Jane. Good to see you. I'm figuring a lot out too, just in the last couple of days. And I'm going backwards to the family tree shit. And it's starting to all make sense. And this just, I had no clue that I owned this. Like, I bought documents from PLUNDER before half the stuff had come out until I literally clicked a chance like an hour and a half ago. I was like, oh my God, what am I listening to? I was like, I have to shoot this. This is so crazy. Okay, and yeah, just email me. I'll check it tomorrow, but I probably won't get it to you. I mean, you don't have to email me tonight. But I'm going live tomorrow with a guest, 2 p.m. So if you email me and I don't respond till later tomorrow night, that's, but thank you. I would so appreciate it. Hi, Moonvale. Good to see you. Thanks, guys, for being here. This was so last minute. I'm gonna go ahead and let it finish. I might say something else because I can't. I was so just so. I'll probably stop it again. But these people, I just wish I could see their faces and know who they are. But I agree, it's code. I agree that this is. I don't know what I think it is. We'll just keep listening and then we'll go from there. Hold on.
Find his way to ground most of the
Did
time.
he say where he was, which battlefield he was on?
Iraq.
I thought he said 2 tours in Iraq.
Oh, Iraq, not Afghanistan, Iraq.
No,
I thought
I could have that
Iraq.
wrong
Yeah,
too
it could
because
be.
I didn't discuss it with him.
Okay.
I thought that being here in the here and now with his friends,
And he just wanted to put that behind him.
yeah, and he had told me once that he lodged some complaints with the landlord
On his.
over his roommates,
Okay.
noise levels, dancing around in their underwear,
He stayed at the
constant
Quality
sexual
Inn
advances.
5-6 days a week. He'd stay at a hotel.
Yeah, and pretty sure
He made himself broke.
didn't he run all that off of his bank card?
Yeah.
I don't think he ran in cash.
No,
That's-
he didn't. And he'd stay at La Quinta as well. They
Yeah,
called us from there
over
one
in
time.
Moscow.
Do you know about when those complaints would have been filed?
Within the last 4 months, he hasn't lived there that long. That was a new roommate situation with him, I think, set up through the Coug, I believe it was.
Since the start of college
Yes.
season?
Yes. He had another place with another couple of roommates. That dissolved. The other roommates partied a lot. They ended up getting evicted. These kids partied a lot too, but not as excessive, I think, as the first group. He was a grown man trying to.
Okay. That's what I do. Who do you think he lived with? Because they just mentioned Moscow. They partied a lot. And I mean, I thought he was like at the Marriott or something when we saw the body cam. But they say Quality Inn and the Quinta. I don't remember. Maybe I'm tripping. But it's just weird. And then he was like, he said that's when he was in Moscow. So was he possibly living near, or did we not get told something altogether? That's what I want to know. It's a bit weird. Yeah, inside your bones. I know. The whole thing is ridiculous. It's people shouldn't be fearing for their life because Brian coworkers who did this. You know what I mean? But in the grand scheme of things, my life's been threatened. I've had tricky situations, and it's all over the dead case, and that's not cool. It's not okay. Um, at the end of the day, it just goes to show and tells me that guy's not the guy who did this. And what are we doing? We're just all supposed to just sit down, shut up, and let people run amok in the world. I mean, I don't know. I don't have children. If I did, I would be a the craziest mother in the world because I would say you ain't going nowhere because there's bad people and these people are bad people and they're high level bad people. But I'm just curious, what the hell are we all doing about it? Like, scary, very scary. Just probably since a year ago on a Facebook group. Yes, I remember that tattoo place, Shane Gunner's. Yeah, I remember this. Was an artist. There was a photo from 2019. I would go up. I'm sure I remember this. But also, you guys know what really weirds me out? Do you guys remember the Moscow Slayer? Like when this first happened, there was the Moscow Slayer posting weird shit on Instagram and tied to Sarah Osborne. And this guy's wife is named Sarah. We're listening to it. But the thing is, you know why these people are gonna get away with it? Because of people like, I'm gonna say it's nonsense. These people are gonna get away with what they're doing because this was the plan. It's so chaotic, so unbelievable. Like, people like me sound effing insane. That's why they're gonna get away with it. Because no matter what I say, no matter what some of us who believe this is so much bigger than it is, we sound cuckoo, you know? Seriously. Rose, they didn't, well, we're gonna hear. They talked about what Kopacka was doing. And I believe from what they say, no. But I don't know. I'm almost at a loss of words. But I had to share this with you guys because even the pictures coming out of Brian, mainstream media is focusing on he's such a freaking weirdo. Okay, people have things like Kopacka, PTSD, mental health issues. Um, Normal people that didn't go away to, Afghanistan or Iraq, like we all have our own issues, right? And so they're making Brian Koberger to be a monster when they're not even reading fucking documents saying he has autism, he has OCD, he has, I think it's called ARFID, and I had it written down. But basically, it's an eating disorder because people who stop doing drugs often do fall into, especially how big Kane was. He has to be able to control something in his life. And my mistake, and I talked about it in my last kid, and I don't have it in front of me unless it's right here, but I don't think it is. But he needs to control something in his life. So it was his weight, but he was so skinny. How the fuck does that make him a monster? Hello, mother. Hello, father. He has not many friends. He took some weird pictures, but like as if none of us have taken weird selfies. He just comes back on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very much ADHD myself, and so I'm reading as quick as I can. If I miss your question, but inside your bones, definitely email me if you want to. We can check. I don't want to keep you guys here forever either, but wait, what do you know? Wait, you know the name of? I don't know the name of this lady. I wish I did. I just know the guy with her. Her husband is Jeff. Um, I wish I did, and I don't like. I don't think she sounds like Molly or anything. I just don't know. Um, and I truthfully haven't tried to dig into it. I literally heard this and I was like, I have to go. Even though I had to make this to be able to go. and make me some milk. And I was, oh my God. I was like, I just want to share it and then we can figure out later. But there's a lot of ties to, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not wrong. And after tomorrow's live, I'm going to very much probably be a little bit quiet for a couple of days because I'm going to the drawing board, so to speak. And I am going to prove who Brian Cooper is related to. I don't know if Brian is a weaponized mind, so to speak. Um, he might be. I don't know why he has yet to appeal. I don't know what the hell's going on. But what I do know is what I've been told. What I've been told is pretty much come to fruition. And what I really want to know is why the fuck was Hunter Chapin's vehicle going to the house at 4:29 a.m. when they were all dead? Make that make sense. And how come this isn't a big deal? How come Ann Taylor? I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to people, but there's that shit's all screwed. I see people running around in the 1122 parking lot, like facing whatever the fuck, where we see the car. It's not even a fucking Elantra. I'm over this. And I wish I could truly be over this, but I'm not because it's so wrong. How can you just move on? How can we all, as Americans, how can we move on? Because if that were me, I would want someone to be fighting for my truth and for my justice. At the end of the freaking day, it's wrong. It is so wrong. That's why I'm still talking about this. It's not because, you know, I'm not making money off this. This is not paying my bills. Like, it's wrong. And at the end of the day, if we don't do it, who's going to do it? Someone has to still be fighting. And if Brian did it, I mean, then that's him too. But his parents are victims. I mean, I don't know who's a victim. I'm sticking with until you prove it to me that Brian did this. Brian got framed for many reasons. And if I'm right and that Brian seemingly wanted to connect with maybe potential relatives and thought he could maybe, connect with them, have friends because he was related, and then they just used the shit out of his ass, that's sad. But I guarantee Brian's got family members, and I guarantee Bethany's exculpatory evidence fucking is fucking. At the end of the day, those girls should be in jail, or they should have been placed in a cell until they decided to tell the truth. Because then we wouldn't, I mean, none of us would be here. Can I still go home for Thanksgiving? What a fucking selfish child. Who wants to eat when your friends are dead and slaughtered days before Thanksgiving? That's disgusting. I don't think I ate a real meal, let alone gave a shit about Thanksgiving or Christmas. Like, to be quite honest, and this is because I don't have kids or anything to make me really give a shit, but, and so that factors in. Neither do you. Don't want to beg to go home for Thanksgiving. Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And yet Dylan's raised $100,000+ to go start her new life. Yeah, right. Yeah, in another country where you can't be extradited, or it's for a defense counsel because something's not sitting right in this. She was asking if she could give thanks. What do you mean, give thanks to the family? I mean, and I'm sorry, but Hunter Chapin shows up and he don't run to the building. I mean, these kids don't act like, and that's not how you act when someone's dead, let alone, I mean, I don't know. I really, and then now the author shit was Stacey. I can't. I just can't. These people, money is the motive. Money over everything. Level up, Buttercup. 333 text messages, pictures being taken. You can't change the outcome though, right? Because Ethan's already dead. I mean, all speculation, just my opinion, and my opinion is very opinionated. And I'm being a bitch because I can be because it's my opinion. And these people don't act like normal. So if anyone wants to say what would I know, my parent, my dog would not be in this situation, let alone my child. That's not what I do. But let me let this finish because I don't want to keep you guys this late. Because there's more. It talks about the rugs and stuff like that. Like,
Find, solidary housing in a place where you just can't find that and can't afford it, unfortunately.
Did he do anything for work?
He did not, no. We talked about him getting a job. He struggled just the day-to-day routine. We were starting to teach him how to get onto that type of routine. Jeff and I kind of randomly help everybody in town anyways, and so Brent ended up becoming one of our people that we were trying to help and guide. So
Where does he get his money?
through his military.
Is he retired medical?
He is fully retired medical.
100%
And
disability?
yes, and early. So he didn't serve full term. I think whatever happened, he ended up getting a pretty large settlement sum.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. Are you aware of any counseling that he's in, or
We
seen
had-
therapists of any sort?
we had talked about getting him into counseling. We had talked about getting him down to Police River counseling, and he had actually said he had set up an appointment and gone down and talked to someone there to start off.
Is there,
I don't know if he had gotten any farther than that. That was only a few weeks ago.
are there VA resources in Poland?
There are not.
There aren't.
There are not.
Has he tried in Spokane? Do you know?
I
He was
know
very
that
limited on transportation. He was serving out
He
a
got in
DUI
trouble
conviction down in Nevada,
Right.
and he was supposed to have a court date here.
this week.
So he doesn't have a car.
He doesn't have a car.
No.
He was buying a car off our roommate, but he
Yes.
had no legal way to make it his until he got his court date
Does he not
settled.
have a driver's license?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he ran into some issues before with his illnesses and with his injuries, and he was trying to rectify them. He came to the wrong place to find solitude, I think, unfortunately. And I kept telling him we need to find you some VA resources, and I think that really, honestly, the PTSD from everything that went on, it was hard to watch him live in half there and
So
half
he
here.
wasn't medicated that you are aware of?
Not that we know of, no.
Okay. Have you ever witnessed any, other than photographs or paranoia of the bathroom, that sort of thing, have you been present during any delusional experiences that went extended period of time?
There were, beside, including did he see him take my picture, he would feed into that. It would become a thing where he would just kind of keep going around and around with him, and no matter what you did, you couldn't talk him out of it, and he would just wander off for a couple of days, and then he'd come back.
No idea where he went.
No idea, really. I'm assuming he went to a hotel, because that's usually where he called us from, and so he'd say he checked out, and he just slept for a couple of days and hung out there. He struggled with sleeping, I think, at night at all, because of everything in his past, so he wandered town a lot. There were a couple times we'd get up to go pick up my niece from work at 11 o'clock at night, and he was wandering the streets just in our neighborhood. And so
Where's your guys' place in relativity to his? Any alcohol history, usage?
Yes.
I mean, other than, I know he had a DUI.
he was an avid, people want to say alcoholic, but he was self-medicating. He was using substance to suppress, because he would say he's an alcoholic, and I'm like, I don't think you are. You don't act like an alcoholic. You don't act like you have
And
to
he
have
didn't
it.
consume that much.
No, well,
But it was just a
he
daily.
did. He carried a bottle with him daily, or he drank an 18-pack of seltzers daily.
Okay.
He had this
I
with him
guess he
at all
hid
times.
that from me more than.
He wasn't proud
he was
of
hitting
it.
the alcohol pretty good. Then,
He was,
consistently.
and he wasn't proud of it. He could. He wanted a
He was
way out
hurting.
and an
He wanted
alcoholic.
help. He wanted to move
just trying to
forward. He
move
wanted
on.
to put it.
Yeah, he
put
was
all
trying
this
to shut
behind
the
him.
voices up, shut the noises up.
Any understanding of any illicit drug use or anything that you're aware of?
Yes, he did use amphetamines, to my knowledge. So.
What kind?
Amphetamines, the
Is it
meth.
Meth.
Yeah.
So meth.
Yeah.
Smoke it or.
As far as I know, yeah. I know there was a period where he was going through eating it, and I kept telling him that was the stupidest thing I had ever heard. that you're going to destroy your.
Has anyone ever literally heard of? I mean, I'm new to some things of that type of world, but I've never heard of anyone eating drugs, like eating. Joe, he is Brent Kopacka. Is that's who they're talking to. I mean, okay, Jay, really. That's interesting to me. I'm like, but, we learn things every day. Um, I just, you don't, I don't know. I get what the hold on a minute. What the fucking hold on, sorry guys. People need to stop it. It's garbage night, and people literally come and make a freaking mess out of everything in the garbage. And not only that, it's even on not garbage, and they walk up. Like, where I live, it's very different to get to my door, and my garbage is not like on the street. I'm not trying to be public, but I get my daddy, who's not even here, Q-tip taken, and his DNA, taken, his would be seriously. Oh, these people come up and it's creepy because it's by my front door, it's by my window. And I hear them right now. It's just like they're rummaging. I don't care if you go through that shit, but why are you out there at 1:30 in the morning being loud, making a mess? Um, Anywho, anywho. Okay, J-Ray. I won't just go about eating nothing like anytime soon. I didn't know people did, but I learned a lot. And, and I also am just someone who I don't know, man. I'm not person who was a hero. Like, I have no clue what that was. And I got duped for sure and robbed of my entire life savings. So, you know, I'm not, and I don't know all these things like some people. I didn't know about eating nothing, but yeah. That's me. But you guys, I don't trust, and maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, and these people ever hear this by chance, but I'm some big channel. I don't trust the motives of these people. Am I crazy, or do you like? Am I crazy? I don't trust them. I feel like there's a weird ulterior motive, and I don't know. I just wish we knew. Like, can't Brian just fucking spit it out if he knew Kopacka, then he knew Kopacka. I've been told a lot of things that I can't just spit them out myself because what I've been told is tied heavily into some cartels from Pennsylvania all the way to Oregon. Is it? I don't know. Am I sounding bad now? Well, that's probably I don't. I heard him say that. I mean, does he know her personally? because I mean, I don't know her, but has he had a conversation with him? Because I have. And so hearing that and knowing what I know and having the conversations that I've had with Kara, I have to respect Kara, and more so, I have to respect Xander. Um, because that was the sole reason I ever even spoke to Kara for, was because I felt like Ben Mogan and Kara both were very wrongly portrayed. I mean, it makes me question why Paul's not talking shit about the two families with the money and the motive and the I mean, I'm sorry, but let's be real here. I'm not saying frat boys killed them, because the frat boys are, they're Olivia Gonsalves, her word. You're a wannabe. That's what those Sigma Chi kids are. They're wannabes. They ain't no frat boys. Don't come to California and call yourself a frat boy in my state, because you're wannabe. However, the wannabes are raised by elite, satanic, rich ass, evil people. Not all of them. Not all of them. But I'm just saying. All of a sudden, Stacey Chapin is BFF with fucking all of them. Let's get real, people. Hunter Johnson, number one, is besties with Victoria Gucci, the Hoochie Gucci ISP lady. Her dad was on the Tate murders, Manson Tate, So Victoria Gooch from ISP, she's got a son that's friends with Hunter Johnson, who happened to grab a steak knife for an unconscious person when he went to check things. And he's much older, and he acts like he owns the place in the videos we see with the police. I think he's more like a handler. I mean, these people are lying to our faces. And if we want to pretend that this is Brian Koberger's doing, then that's great. But I might as well just go off, because, not seriously, sorry, I shouldn't. I'm just sorry, you guys. People can't just, this is ridiculous. And what bothers me most is that the parents of these people, even Brent Kopacka, your son was a Purple Heart veteran. Why are you not defending him? Why are you not telling that he was killed? Huh? For what? Because if what we saw was like, at what point are we going to be real with reality and with what needs to be fed to the right people? And I don't know because at the end of the day, I who do you call? I'm not calling nobody in Idaho. Hell no. I'm not calling the FBI, because they scare off expert witnesses when they know Brian's DNA was never there to begin with. So they got his daddy's. Who are you calling for help if you can't call the police and the right people? And that is not an excuse for Dylan and Bethany. Sorry, Charlie's or Farley's or whatever comes to you people, vampire girls. You don't, they both stated you can hear everything to the police in the body cam. However, you couldn't hear your friends being slaughtered. And I'm sorry. Why? Why was Maddie the drunk one and Bethany taking care of Murphy when Kaylee was much more sober than me? Make it make sense, please. It's just sorry, guys. I can hear myself on my TV, so I don't know what to tell you guys. It's streaming, and I hear this every other theater lately. So sorry. I don't know if there's something else. I think TK told me about something else to look into, but I just didn't have to. Oh, Charlie, yes. Oh no, you got me. That's where I was going next. Totally involved. 100% involved. Hunter Ethan. Why is his vehicle going there at full 29? Why is it parked there in the crime scene? Hey, and why was he not surprised when he walks up to everybody else? Why were none of them? Dylan and Bethany can cry me a river. That's fine. But if you tell me someone I love is dead inside the house, I'm running to the or I'm running to the police. That's what happened. They all knew. And what disgusts me is that, I mean, I will say, why are the parents just allowing this? Did they all get paid off to just shut up because what's done is done? Like Stacey said, you can't change the outcome. Well, Stacey, in my personal humble opinion, I just want to know about Brian. I want to know. Did Brian know? Does Brian know? Is he tied to his relatives in that area? Is Brian one of those organizations? Go kill, like Darth Vader says in Linda Lane's footage. I mean, you guys, it's all there. It's just, if people don't want to see it because they can't, they're not seeing. And that's the majority of America. People can't see what they don't want to see. So we possibly a man in prison for 4 life sentences and no proof. Hi, Skomakai. Good to see you. And honestly, what do you mean HC did? I also have, and I'm not sure I'm ready to say what the option is. Well, I know this is a satanic sacrifice. Yes, cartelish people were involved. Frat boys had no balls to do it. I mean, come on, Ethan told what's his face he had shriveled balls, so clearly no balls to do what happened to Ethan, right? Doesn't mean they weren't aware of what. Because I'm pretty sure the whole time was balloon. And you're either terrified, which if you're terrified, get the hell out of that evil satanic sick town, or you're part of it. That's my opinion. But I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna let this show so you guys can hear that end.
Your intestines and your stomach.
Oh yeah, Hunter get off. I'll have this. He got the and so did Awesome. So did Morgan Wallen. People leveled up that night. So did Ben Upmore, who it was Ben Upmore's birthday. And when I was told Ben and Reed were on a cook binge. Firefighter, that would be Reed. Alpha, they're both Alpha Gamma Rho. I was told there's a tunnel from the house to Alpha Gamma Rho. And why does their great grandfather look just like Brian? Well, I can't prove it's Brian. She looks just like Brian. And why does the 18 whatever hundred Melvin Amos Brannon, president of the University of Idaho, also looks just like Brian? And I never looked into the Chapins aside from thinking poor Ethan. But now I'm looking into them because why are they so invested in fucking DNA? That's what my goal is. After my live tomorrow with my guest, I am hardcore figuring it out and I'm proving who Brian's related to. And Hitler better watch out.
Stomach lining, and you'll
That's
never
what-
eat again. And he backed off that after a couple of weeks. So
But you're
Sorry, I
not
don't
aware of
know.
No, I was
The
not.
life of this man named Death.
It's just,
friends.
first of all, my condolences to you guys for
Thank you.
the loss of your friend.
We thank you for taking the time to listen to us.
Yeah.
Of course. We got to have the whole picture for this
Well, yeah, and that's
investigation.
what we want to make sure you guys have is that this wasn't a random act of violence. This wasn't something that came up out of the blue. This is something that's been
Pay
happening.
attention to what she says.
And I apologize if I was short over the phone with you, but it was just, you were emotional, and I was trying to get my point across.
You diffused me fine. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I really appreciate your time.
Yes, yeah.
This is hard for all of us. We had to tell our kids, and it's because he was close with them too, really close with our kids. He would bring them presents for their birthday, and anything he ever did for anyone was very thought out, very for that person, and individual.
He was a caring person.
Very caring.
Did this surprise you that this happened?
No, we knew before you guys announced his name. We knew right that day.
Because of where the
When-
location was.
Not just the location, just we knew. We just had a feeling he hadn't answered us for a day.
Yeah.
Thank God he's not hurting anymore.
Yeah.
But it's never anything that we want to have an outcome like this happen.
And we understand that. I'm guessing you guys talked to him for a while. Tried
Yeah.
to talk to him, yeah. I'm just
Unfortunately,
guessing.
I can't share that.
Yeah.
portion of
Yes,
the
I
investigation with you.
understand all that.
And, at one
you know.
point, when we're done, all this is going to be public disclosable. But these type of investigations, by law, we're required to keep them very compartmentalized.
Yep.
So,
Well, we understand. Like nobody down the street knew. You guys were very quiet. The entire neighborhood did not know. Nobody at the gas station. Nobody at the hot shops. Nobody that works along Bishop really
probably
knew.
because of the elevation difference.
Possibly, yeah. And a lot of people just kind of they said they heard one shot, and that was it. And so that's you guys did your job. And we don't think
we're not
did
here to
anything
argue
wrong.
that. We're just saying that I believe that he was pushed into the situation. And
I
he
wish-
finally just reacted violently because,
I wish there were resources for him here too.
and I would wish he hadn't reacted that way. And probably the more,
The more you guys came in, the harder.
my guess is, the more militant you got, the more it set him off. And that's just,
It's unfortunate, but I think honestly a lot of that's on the military. They need to deprogram some of these kids a little bit more before they send them home. So.
anyway.
Yeah,
That's-
I can, I've been to combat twice. I know the experiences. Of course, I have no idea what he experienced during his time, but I do understand what a lot of these guys coming back.
Did you guys hear them? Deprogram. That's just Charlie. The man's name sounds. I mean, his voice. I was trying to figure out who he's like also, and I think I have a video of his mom doing. But my computer's being stupid, so now I'm like responding to you guys like 16 times on my phone for typing that, and so I can't post your things. But his voice was very frustrating. But did y'all hear that? They need to deprogram, and I mean that could mean almost. I'm sorry, but I think Kopacka was a green forest, like out of North Carolina. So do y'all's homework. It's out of North Carolina and the military. And then I just, I'm blown away. I'm really blown away by everything that I've heard here. But now I really just want to know who the hell are these people. Like, they say nice things, but then they kind of underhandedly say like, "Oh, he's a nice guy, he's this, he's a little weird. It's a little weird." Thanks for being here, Moondale. Have a good night or good morning. Appreciate you. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna let it finish. There's not much longer. I'm just blown away. On my question really is what the hell? There's obviously such a hold over some parents of these kids to where they're not even throwing child abuse people for veterans. Well, we'll have to revisit my question with this. I'm gonna let it finish.
I've suffered. So
Yeah.
yeah. Is there anything else that you guys would like to share that might be
Did you bring your phone
helpful
in?
to us?
I did. No, I didn't. I left it in the car. I can, if you, I can try and forward you a message I got from him that
Sure.
tells me that it was a verbal message. I think it was, some of this was slightly premeditated on his part. I think the day before, 2 days before, he told Heather that, he saw himself being killed by the cops. And the message I got from him was asking if I believed that everybody had an impact, whether one life had a major impact on everybody, on the masses, or if it was more personal, like purgatory type thing.
Do you think this was intentional?
I think he may have, yeah. I think he may have done this to get attention to his plight, to what was going on. So, because the message is ominous now, but it was only a couple days before. So.
Yeah, if you want to share that, here's my business card. I wrote the case number on the back that
Okay.
is assigned to this case. The best number to reach me if you need to do it by phone, it would be the cell number.
Okay.
Or there's my email.
Okay. Yeah, it's a messenger message on Facebook, so I should be able to forward that to your cell.
Okay. Is it still up there?
The message?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my Facebook. It's on my messenger. It's a conversation between the two of us.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Where he
so-
sent me an audio message out of the blue asking what my belief on, one person's life was, whether it would impact others or whether it would just impact that person.
Yeah.
So
Well, I would be more than happy to include that in the case file so we have a better understanding of his historical leading up to this. It always helps us to have an understanding of what happened.
yeah, it
We know
feels
what happened, but
martyrish
why?
right now.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
Yeah.
that's what we want to help you guys get. Is
We
why.
appreciate.
Yeah,
I
this
certainly
isn't-
appreciate your time, and I definitely appreciate you guys driving up here in
Oh,
this
of course.
horrible weather.
No, thank you for
It
taking time.
helps us, I think,
See
find
us.
a little closure too. We've been talking a bit with the family as well, so.
Well, good, yeah, because
Yeah.
we have to. So, my supervisor is the one that's communicating with the family, and we've got one on each side of the parents because they're divorced.
Yes.
So we've got one person from each side that we deal with. So it's just kind of it makes things easier for us when we're dealing with one spokesperson than 100 different voices.
Yes.
Yes, I
So that we're
understand.
getting
And he had a big group of friends with us that just cared, that had met him once and fell in love with him, just thought he was the most amazing kid.
well, good.
So,
We'll remember him.
oh, we will.
Honor his memory. That's one of the best ways. So, before I let you guys go, anything else?
No, sir.
No, I will forward that message to you so
Okay.
that you have that piece of it.
So is at the end of this, we always a statement that all of this is true, the best
Yes,
recollection.
everything we've said is
Nothing's been
true.
coerced or
No.
anything like that. No threats or promises have been made to you guys. It's
No,
just a simple
no.
No, sir.
No.
Okay. The time now is 12:25, and this is a recording.
Okay, so the next was just wild to me, and I really thought I'd share it because I didn't know that I had ever heard this before, and now I'm very curious as to who these people are, but also they said a lot in the 20-minute interview, and I don't know, I felt the need, I had to get it out of my system because I couldn't hang with this just all. I couldn't even hold on to it. The guys, the man, the officer, whoever, I do think I knew his name, but He does sound very familiar, but he also sounds, he creeps me out, his voice, for whatever reason. I don't know. But yeah, yes, they're both married. They're married. You don't know her name, so I don't know. I'm interested in this shit. Like, the voice of someone I've heard is creeping me out. Like, and I wanted to turn my TV up, but you guys can't, so I have to not do that. But I have to listen to this again. I just had to share because it really, I was like, holy crap, like I had no clue this was even something I had already in my possession. And it's just weird. It's very weird. They compliment him being Brent Kopacka many times. They also seem, my gut instinct says they're shady. That's my personal opinion. Sorry, people. It's like your friend that says good things about you when you're with them, but then talks shit about you behind your face the minute you walk away. That's what I feel. And honestly, when they said deprogram these kids, that hit home for me in many ways. I took this thing. So, do I think we'll ever get an explanation? No. Do I think the truth? I mean, unless Brian Koberger makes me want to box his ears off because he's not talking, which makes me want to box his ears because how can how can you not appeal? Like, what is happening? And I know that there are avenues he can still appeal, but Dan Taylor has me questioning heavily right now. And if this is all, I mean, this could all very well be some cult shit, like for real. And I don't want to believe that, but come on, you guys, there's not any more explanations. I believe it's still heavily cult shit. But Brent Kopacka, weaponized minds. Who was the guy who ended up in North Carolina? Who's Kevin Allen and Aaron that was reported as a tip to Bosco PD? I mean, you can't make this shit. And why do so many people think they're gonna get this shit pinned on them? And I really don't want to believe Brian had anything to do with this, but somebody's got to, something's got to give. Because Kopacka and him knew each other. This shit with Kopacka, yeah, Jordan Baker, I wouldn't want to live with him if I was a guy either. Why would you if he was like hitting on you? Hey, combos with Bootsy. And thank you, Just Shelley. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys so much. I just had to share this. This was, I forget, it's in the very short, Sally. It's in the very beginning. I think it said December 2022. This was the very of this that I start sharing, and it's close to the beginning of the well, because I didn't talk too much. I don't want to make myself talk too much. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you for the birthday wishes. I'm blessed and happy to be here. Happy, wonderfully appreciating all of you wonderful, lovely people. But I had to share this just because it was not, I was not gonna sleep if I didn't. But yeah, combos with Bootsy, everybody, Sally, everybody, thank you for being here. J Ray, Miss Shelly, Jane was here, Moonville, trying to look, Joe, J Ray, Inside Your Bones. That's a very interesting thing. Pac Mac, I can't. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason I keep doing this. And what did you say, Smelly? How long was? Oh, yes, December 5th or 6th. So it was in the time frame of a lot of weird shit also happening with like the Brotherhood, other brotherhood, like the gangster brotherhood of non-racist, the white was busy down. I love you guys. I had to share that. I'm gonna go. My dog's kissed me, and I need to get up and prepare for my live tomorrow. But you guys can make it. I'm hoping, unless something changes on my guest end, um, I'll be live at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm gonna be like in the living room or kitchen, so I don't have any sound issues. So I'm gonna keep it on fire. But I think you guys might enjoy it. It might not be one like Bob would enjoy. I'm gonna let this person have their say, and I just think that, like I said, this town isn't. It's not one group of people. It's a team. And even the people that are being silenced or are silent with fear, they're still involved because they're not speaking. And at the end of the day, you guys, something's not right. And Brian's not the only person. If he should at all be in jail, he might be weird. He might be autistic. He might not be, you know. I would hang. I mean, if he's not a murderer, I'd hang out with him. But I don't get the vibe. I get that vibe from many more other people that we've all learned about in this case. So, I would give the kid a chance and I'd be nice to him because I think that's what we're supposed to, as grown ass people do, be kind to people and teach our kids to be kind to people. And it's just funny and it's also disgusting and sad that mainstream media won't teach the truth when people have anything nice to say about Brian Kopacka. Oh no, 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 no. But we're gonna show all of his. I mean, damn. I would say what he said if he said it like the guy in the report says, his cellmate who might or may not be Farley. That Brian said, I'm on every channel, or I'm all over the news, or what the hell ever. How do we know he said it like Ashley Banfield makes it sound like? Oh my God, I'm all over the news. I'm so fucking popular. No, maybe he was like, oh my God, it's all over the news for something I didn't even do. Maybe he, had that aha moment like, fuck, I'm fucked. That's what people need to realize. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, you guys, it makes me so mad. I'm so disheartened over this. And I am very glad we don't have to witness you know, Brian be executed because I guarantee some law would have changed and it quickly would have somehow magically turned around. Then they go backwards from the last person to be sentenced to be executed to, you know, I just don't know, but I don't believe the kid did it. I believe he's naive. I believe he wanted to make friends. I believe he wanted to be a family member. And if he's guilty of anything, it's being very naive. And I hope, my heart of hearts, I hope Kopacka had nothing to do with this whole thing. And that I don't hope he was the target of this, he was messy. I have questions though at why these people's parents aren't throwing a fucking fit because I want to. They're not my kids. So that's where I stand, you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I thank you for the belated birthday wishes. It's gonna be my birthday for the rest of my life. Otherwise, I'm gonna cry for the rest of my life because now I'm old. So thank you. I appreciate you guys. I really, truthfully hope. I mean, I'm a believer in God most. I'm very upset and sometimes I'm really upset, and I curse my dad, and I curse God. I believe, I believe, I even believe we are all here in this moment for a reason. And at the end of the day, we, the people who believe in the goodness of others, and we see the things that are so very wrong, if we aren't the people that are going to stand up for what's right, who's going to? So I just hope, I've we've seen a lot of people already give up on this. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna do some things, not true crime. I'm just gonna do my channel however the fuck I want to do my channel and spread positivity, live in light, hopefully. But I'm not giving up on this case because until someone can prove that Ryan Koberger deserves to be where he's at, he has a mother and he has a father and he loves them and they love him and people die, guys. And if something bad were to happen and the law got it wrong because the law sucks in Idaho, that's not cool. So, you know, I just I hope Brian, I know he has it in him to handle this because he's specially made. I don't. It was weird. That's fucking weird. It was literally about this, but he is he is specially made, and I pray if someone tells me that they Epstein Brian Koberger, um, then we've got real. And I'm not gonna say anything because it's all in knowledge, but we better not hear it. And I don't know, but I'm looking into what we can do, you guys. It's we, those of us who have this feeling, have to stick to the rules. And I appreciate you guys for just, you know, until we know, we don't know. And Idaho has yet to change. There's many more people. So, so. Hi, Angela. Oh, I'm about to get off of here, but you can listen because I think you might find it interesting. I just shared a 20-minute interview with two people who claim to know Kopacka, and I'm gonna be live again soon. Hey, everybody, just getting in here. I'm gonna be live again in 12 hours at 2 p.m. and have a special guest. So long it didn't change on his end, but so I'm gonna go. My dog's pissed at me. I had to share this, and thank you guys for being here for it because I just found it very interesting, a little sketchy, and it makes me want to dig in. But like I said, you guys, after tomorrow's live, I'm going back to the drawing board of the family trees, and I'm looking into the Chapins. I'm looking into a couple different families a little deeper, and if I can prove Hitler's related to Brian, that'll be the best freaking that's better than winning the lottery. But I think I can, so we'll see. But you guys we gotta all stick together and I appreciate you guys so very much. And thank you for being here. Please hit the like before you go. I'm gonna go. Now I'm hungry, which I hate doing this because then I'm hungry and now I shouldn't be eating at 40 years old at 2 a.m. You know, what can we do? But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And whoever I told to email me at the beginning of this. I want could email me. I'll check my emails, but I probably won't get them to you till after my live. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you all. Stay safe. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Have a good night. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Bye, y'all.